What's going on, guys? It's Jack coming at you with another custom minifigure showcase. And if you saw my last video, which was my Lego Indiana Jones collection update, you may have seen that I'm pretty much done making videos, at least for now. But saying that, I was recently rewatching Batman the Animated Series on the DC Universe streaming service, and I knew I had to make some customs for it. And I knew I had to make a video for it also because eventually I started making a bunch and I was like, I might as well make a video, why not? And so this will probably be my last showcase, at least for a while, but I think it's a pretty good one. So from left to right, we have Terry McGinnis, Batman Beyond, and I know he's not from Batman the Animated Series, but it's from the same universe, so I'm including him here. And we got Alfred, Nightwing from the new Batman Adventures, Batgirl from the animated series, Robin from the animated series, Batman from the animated series. Then we got Clayface, then Phantasm from Batman Mask of the Phantasm, then TwoFace, and then the Joker. So yeah, let's start with Batman. Alright, so first up here we have potentially my favorite figure out of this bunch, which is Batman from the animated series. I love Kevin Conroy's Batman. Whenever I see Batman or I read a comic of Batman, I just hear Kevin Conroy's voice. And I think I did a pretty decent job on this figure. You can see for the head, it's the original Batman head from 2006. And I painted the chin black so that the newer style of mask would work with it. And I think it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. The cowl has some paint on it too, some blue like shadowing, which you often see in the show. And it looks a little weird from like straight on, but usually like I'd have them displayed like this or even like this, and you can see just a little bit of blue peeking through, and it looks pretty cool, I think. The cape is just a standard black cape that I painted the inside here blue, and that's pretty accurate, and I think it looks pretty cool. The torso is just a standard 2012 Batman torso, but I erased like the ab detail because you really can only see his chest, like detailing a little bit of like lines under, so I kept that. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this Batman. Continuing with the heroes, here we have Robin, and this one's a little bit more simple. I would say I've had most of this figure completed for a while. This was going to be the Robin that I used in Lego Teen Titans Deathstroke, if you remember that video. The only difference is that I painted the mask black, and you can see that's the 2006 Robin face. And yeah, he's got spiky hair, pretty cool. The torso is from Jokerland, including the arms, and I love that those arms are double molded. I thought that was really cool when that set came out. And then I painted the boots once again at the same height as double molded legs. And then the cape, I have two capes on there. There's a yellow cape and a black cape on top. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this figure. I think he looks pretty accurate. The belt ended up working out. Everything just looks pretty good. The R is pretty close to how it looks in the show. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one as well. Up next here is Alfred. Probably the simplest minifigure here, although a lot of them are pretty simple. The head here is actually a knockoff Alfred head that I got earlier this year. I don't know, it just looks really like the animated series Alfred, I think. And I don't really know what the face is supposed to knock off. It came on an Alfred figure, but it didn't have glasses, so I wasn't really sure what version it's based off of. If anybody can let me know down below, that'd be cool. The hair was from that same Alfred figure, and I painted the gray hair white to better match the show. The torso is the original tuxedo torso from, I don't know, the 80s, maybe the early 90s. And I just painted over all the black that was that was under like the buttons and the bow tie and whatnot. And then the hands I painted white on like the wrists to make him more accurate. And then he's got black legs. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one as well, but he's very simple. Up next here is Batgirl, and Batgirl's a bit of a special case because I didn't make her based off of the animated series. This is actually based off of Lego Batman, the video game from 2008, and the designs just so happened to be pretty much exact. The only difference is that this figure does not have boots, but since they end up having the same design pretty much, I just threw her in here. And yeah, so the head underneath that cowl is from a knockoff Black Canary figure from Arrow that I got a while ago, and it had this like these blue eyes and the white around it, and it's pretty much identical to what she looks like in the game. So I just used that, and it works pretty well, and it lined up pretty good with the mask. The mask I just painted blue over it, and it looks really good. Most of the time that I paint, it doesn't come out that shiny, but it looks like it was molded in that color almost. It looks really nice. And then there's this decal here, which, yeah, it looks pretty bad. My printer didn't print it out very light gray. It's not really the right color. I'm pretty happy with this figure, and it works for what I was going for, which was that 2008 Lego Batgirl to go with the rest of my 2006 Lego Batman collection. So, yeah. Up next here is Nightwing from the New Batman Adventures. This figure is another one that's pretty simple. I didn't do a whole lot to this figure. This is the Nightwing from 2014, but I painted it, of course. The face here, it doesn't really look that accurate. I actually have a Nightwing figure, Nightwing action figure over here to show you guys like what the mask should look like. It should look like that, and I don't know, it didn't look great when I tried to do that in Lego, so I just went with the standard Nightwing mask and painted the nose on there. So I think that looks pretty cool. And then I painted the eyes white, and then I painted the logo or the Nightwing emblem here. I painted it blue and added the little bird there, and painted some black on like the detail lines and whatnot to make it look a little bit less detailed and more like the actual character. So yeah, that's Nightwing. Another really simple one, but another one that I'm pretty happy with. Up next here is Batman Beyond, Terry McGinnis Batman. I really like this character, but I'm not too well versed in Batman Beyond. I've really only seen a couple episodes when I was a kid, and then I watched Return of the Joker the other day, and I loved that movie, but that basically inspired me to make this figure. And you can see the head is just a Batman head that I've just painted black around like all the skin color. So you usually can't see that. Oh, if you turn it around, there's a classic. In my videos, you might have noticed the pattern that I usually don't paint the back and just use some random torso. You can see a little bit of flesh under there, but besides that, mostly black. From the front, it looks pretty good. I really like the way the Bat logo came out. I think that looks pretty sweet. But the belt here, I'm really not that happy with. It looks a little weird on camera. It looks fine in real life, but fine is not great. So I might redo that one day, but I've already tried to redo it a couple times, and each time I feel like it gets a little worse. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna leave it like that for now, but I'm still happy with this guy, and he looks cool even though he doesn't really have a place on the shelf anywhere. Moving on to the bad guys, here is Clayface, and I did not make this figure. I don't know who did, but I bought it from somebody at Brick Fair, probably 2012, maybe 2013, and I'm really liking this guy. I've always loved this guy because he's based on the 2008 video game version of Clayface, but that version is pretty inspired, I would think, by the 1992 Batman the Animated Series version of Clayface. And I think this figure is really cool. I don't know, he's got like the sandwich mold Chewbacca type headpiece, you know, it's made out of plastic. Looks really cool. The paint's nice, you know, just felt like including this little figure in this video. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Clayface. Really love him. Up next here is TwoFace, and the only thing I did to TwoFace was paint that face because I actually had an extra one of these heads, and so I just painted the purple on that second half of his face. I painted it blue, and I painted the eye yellow, and I think it looks pretty cool. I mean, I'm not gonna display it like this because I only have one of this figure, and he's gonna stay in the normal version, but I felt like painting that. I don't know, I was bored one day and felt like painting that. so might as well throw it in this video just to show you guys. I think it looks pretty cool. Does it really have a point? Not really, but it's alright. Up next here is definitely one of my favorites. This is Phantasm, a character created for Batman Mask of the Phantasm. Such a cool character, really cool design. Just very happy with this figure. This is the first one that I made actually out of the Batman the Animated Series figures. You can see there's a gray hood on there and this cape, which is just a standard Batman cape that I painted dark gray. And you can see that, I'll take this off. That did not work. Let's try that again. Nope. There we go. You can see that head in there. It looks pretty good. I think it's pretty accurate and looks good. I'm happy with it. The cape, you can see it's not really painted up there. That's where I was holding it while painting it, and then when you put on the hood, you're never gonna see that, you know, so why not? The torso there, you can see there's like some, I don't really know, it's like tattered cloth. I don't really know why it's there, but it is. And then I gave her the hook hand, and then there is the boots. So yeah, this is one that I'm really happy with. Probably my second favorite behind Batman, maybe my third favorite behind this next figure. Last but certainly not least, here is Mark Hamill Joker. Definitely my favorite version of the Joker from anything ever. He's just so good. I don't know. The version of the Joker in the animated series is probably one of the most iconic, to me at least, iconic portrayals of any character ever. I think he just does such a great job. So I wanted to make this figure. I think I did a pretty good job with it also. So for starters, here's the Laughing Fish from the classic Laughing Fish storyline. This is kind of just a throw-in. It's not accurate or anything, but whatever. I guess we'll start with the head. You can see that the eyes are painted yellow in there. I painted all the teeth. They don't look amazing, but they look pretty okay. I painted off all of the like wrinkles on his face and whatnot. And some of the paint gets a little clumpy in areas, but that's okay. The hair there is black, which is pretty accurate, and the green is painted on the green shadow, I guess, which is a very cool style choice that's in the actual show that I think is really, really cool. The torso and legs are the dark purple, which they should probably be more of a lavender, but I didn't have any of those torsos and legs and didn't feel like waiting to order it. So I just took a Joker torso and painted it up, erased it up a little bit, you know, painted on the coat. I think it looks pretty good. Painted the little flower red, kept that green, the little bow tie, and then painted orange under it. The shoes are painted with the white, like the Joker's feet, like sticking through, I guess. And then just white hands, and then I painted the wrists purple, but I did that years ago. I just found these and found these hands with the purple painted on them and thought it would. Sorry about that, my camera ran out of storage, but I was pretty much done talking about this figure anyways. And just to say, I'm really, really happy with it. Either my second or third favorite out of all of these figures, definitely. So yeah, that's the Mark Hamill Joker. Alright guys, that basically wraps up this video. This is, once again, probably going to be my last showcase video, at least for a couple months. Maybe I'll come back when I come back from college, because I'll be back from November to January, so that'll be a good time to maybe make some videos. And yeah, that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, enjoyed these custom minifigures. I had a great time making them and a great time watching Batman the Animated Series. If you've got Netflix, check out Batman the Mask of the Phantasm. I highly recommend it. Probably one of the best Batman movies, if not the best Batman movie ever made. So yeah, with that being said, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys at some point.